from this last score, I'm gonna go ahead and say how that affects the faction politics as a whole. You guys are gonna get a +1 with the Leviathan Hunters, because you helped out with the Leviathan Hunters, and a -1 with the Grey Cloaks.
Yeah.
They are not liking your whole vibe.
I would like you to find out whatever you can about this man and his dealings.
I'm not welcome in a lot of criminal circles these days.
Darling, I don't have to play my hand. That's the thing about power. This is a test, yes, because I don't work with half-rate gangs that can't accomplish simple tasks.
You all find yourselves sitting in a parlor room. Lamplight fills the space, and here you would feel at ease, if not bared down upon by Lady Drake herself. She calmly pours herself a mug of tea and looks up over the steaming brew at each and every one of you and says, "Honestly, I'm disappointed. The work was messy. You murdered a person, but you didn't kill the target. Explain to me why I should even consider being your envoy."
We did what you asked, didn't we? You certainly didn't help us, anyway.
I didn't expect that I'd need to spoon-feed you information just to have you do a simple score.
You didn't. You didn't have to. We did it.
Fine. Well, now that I am ostensibly working in your best interests as your envoy, here, she takes out this purse and puts it on the table in front of you and goes, "We didn't discuss payment, but here's 3 coin. Buy yourself something useful."
We are forever in your debt, my lady.
So, we've entered downtime from your last score, which was, I will say, very exciting.
Just the craziest score we could have possibly created from our brain minds.
But regardless, so we've entered downtime, which means that, first let's talk payoff. Your payoff for this, like your reward for this score, is the claim of envoy. So on your crew sheets, you can mark off envoy as being one of your claims. So now whenever you take a job from rich folks, you will get,
Now
more,
hold on
2 more
now.
coin.
Now hold on, Sean.
Yes?
This says +2 coin for high-class targets.
Targets! Okay, yes, then whenever you're taking on a high-class target, then yeah, that is going to be +2 coin. Huh. It'll be, you guys also have gained 3 coin for this score. I don't know what the rules are for payoff as it pertains to claims. But take 3 coin.
Hell yeah.
Do we want to split that just 1-1-1, or do we want to invest in our gang? What are we thinking?
You guys can take the 1. I took coin last time, so I'll put mine in the vault.
You did do that. Cool, so yours is in the bowl.
Yeah, I'll remind you guys that,
I
like,
get mine.
each of you can have coin individually, but also it behooves you to invest in your crew, because eventually you're going to have to rise in tier, and that costs coin.
Are we able to, like, transfer coin from us to the crew at any point, if we so wish?
I'm pretty sure.
Can't think of any reason why not. It's our money.
Right, like...
Yeah.
Bank transferals take approximately 1 to 3 business heists.
So, additionally, you all have gained +2 reputation. You guys get a baseline for reputation of 2, and then you're going to get, I believe, plus the tier of target. So, you guys took on a tier 2 target. So, that is going to be 4 rep.
Cool. Checks out.
Yep. Anyway, let's talk heat.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to roll entanglements. I'm very excited.
Oh no.
I'm very
Before that, we
nervous.
should probably do...
Oh no.
Before that, we should probably do factions, actually. For this score, you guys are going to get +1 with the wraiths.
Hell yeah, brother.
This is more reflecting on your ongoing back and forth helping each other. So, +1 with the wraiths, and then -1 with the crows.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. You know what? That fucking checks out.
Because of Arlen's entanglement with the crows.
I already didn't like the crows, and they already didn't like me. This changes nothing for me.
And now, let's talk heat and entanglements. My favorite part.
Oh
Ooh,
no! Oh
I'm
no!
so excited about this.
That's
Okay,
no good.
So, I will say, and we can talk about this, this feels like standard exposure. It could, I don't feel like it was like loud and chaotic, which is the next bar up, which is high exposure.
Here's the thing: it was loud and chaotic, but it wasn't us. We made sure that it was not us.
The thing is heat is an abstract way of tracking how much noise you're creating in Duskfall. The thing is that it's almost impossible to have a score not tie back to you in some way. Just because of...
You got seen by the guard, and I got seen by someone. Personally, I think standard makes sense. The note it gives there is contained, which I think is exactly what this was.
Yeah, I would say it is contained in the way that, it was just in the one house. However, you did kill a well-connected target, so it's going to be +1 heat for that. You'd also gain +2 heat
kill a
for...
well-connected target?
We didn't.
Oh, that's true. Well, sorry, not killing, but the score was against a well-connected target.
Okay.
Then yes, we did.
Sorry.
Yes. Then yes, we
did
definitely
not
did.
kill. I'm so used to you guys killing your targets.
We've done
You are assassins. It's it's your job. And then you would get +2 for killing being involved in the score, but we
don't get that.
have
So.
the Death Seeker Crows upgrade.
Yeah, we fucking do.
That means you got to mark off 3 heat total.
Check.
And now, entanglements. How much heat are we guys at?
We are at 6 heat.
So you guys have 6 heat, and you are at wanted level 0. So I'm going to roll 2 dice, take the lowest.
See, what I hate about this
Awesome.
is that we don't get to know what just happened.
No, it's so bad every time. I'm never gonna get used to it.
Ooh. Oh, this is going to be interesting.
Oh no.
Those are some of the worst words to hear.
Those are some of the worst words.
Now, the chances
Oh.
that Sean just rolled a critical are low, but never 0.
Never 0.
The muttering while reading a
I hate
document
this.
It's so bad. So bad.
Yeah.
Sean is the worst. We brought that up.
I fucking hate it here.
I'm quitting.
I'm gonna throw up.
The podcast is over. We're done.
So let's get into our downtime activities.
You're not going to tell us what happened?
No, I just introduced this during your downtime.
Fuck off,
Who would like to start us off?
bitch.
I know exactly what my first downtime activity is going to be.
I think we all know what our first downtime activity is.
Yeah, for our listeners, I'm looking at our crew as a whole, and everybody has 6 stress marked off
6 out
from
of
the
9.
last score. Yeah,
Nice.
6 at kind of a nice. But everyone probably wants to indulge vice during this downtime.
Yeah.
Just a
we're
little.
horny for it. Well, I'm horny for it. I don't know what their emotions are.
Thirsty for it,
not
ready for
horny.
it.
Bracing for it.
Kind of,
There it is.
maybe blood horny for
Blood
it.
horny a little bit?
Maybe blood
For
horny a
storm.
little
Come on,
bit.
brother.
For
Okay.
sport, for fun.
So for the downtime, you guys can, and then this is also like a free time for you guys to call in scenes or whatever you'd like to do.
Cool.
For this in between this score and your next score, which you will also be planning during your downtime. Who would like to go first?
I can go first. I haven't indulged my vice yet.
Downtime.
Please
So
remind us of where and who you indulge your vice from and with.
So my vice is down at the docks with my trainer Mateo.
Mhm.
It's pleasure, not like that. Pleasure is an interesting word for it, but we had to use one of the categories. But my vice, more specifically, is boxing and winning. Storm loves the thrill of the crowd. Storm loves winning. So there's like a fighting ring area down at the docks where they will go. They'll sign up for however many bouts or whatever. And the better they do, the more they win, the better they feel.
All right.
He's a man who knows what he wants. It's to win.
So go ahead and roll to indulge your vice. I think we decided that the place you do this fighting is this like hidden place within the docks where it's like in the canals and then hidden behind like a wall.
I'm pretty sure it's an illegal fighting ring, but
Most are.
yeah,
really? Really?
so yeah, it being hidden makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and roll to indulge your vice. For Mirai, remind me how many dice you rolled to
I
to do
believe
vice.
that I'm rolling my weakest
Attributes.
attribute, so that would be 1 die. I'm rolling insight technically.
Cool. Go ahead.
That is a 4.
All right.
So I'm now down to 2 stress.
If you'd like to get another die, you can. If you want to grab Marlene for this, because you can use your contacts to do things and get an additional die.
I would love to do that. So I'll spend some time training with Marlene, like beating each other up.
Yeah, 'cause
Training.
she's also in the docks. Is she in this fighting ring as well?
Yes. We don't normally have bouts against each other, but we're both like being trained by Mateo, so we'll like train together and we kind of keep a friendly rivalry of who's winning more
Nice.
more bouts at a time.
So go ahead and roll that additional die as well.
I rolled a 1 on that, so still 4.
All right, so still 4. Cool. Orlin, what are you doing?
I am visiting Martin Gull down at the Leaky Bucket.
Nice. I love the leaky bucket.
I love
It's a
so
great
much.
name.
I really hope we don't become the Crow's enemies, because that would become a problem.
So it's bad
Yeah.
news.
Kind of getting in the crow's foot would be not great. Yeah, you are in the leaky bucket. It's this really shitty place. Like it's not great. Martin's a great guy, but it's just a shitty place to be. And
Feels like
it's just
home.
full of down on their luck people. Drinking their time away. Go ahead and roll. What are you rolling for this?
It's the lowest stat?
Your lowest attribute.
Attribute. That's what. Stat attribute. I'm rolling prowess.
Cool.
And that is 1d6.
Yep.
That is a 5.
All right. These are good rolls for us, team. And Dove, are you also going to indulge your vice?
Absolutely, of course I am. It's so
And
sad. I
so-
wish straight people were real.
They're not even
So
in this
you-
podcast.
Just kidding. Dove's not straight.
Just kidding. No one in this equation is straight.
Look around the room.
So for Dove, you are of course indulging your vice with Jeremiah Debonair, who is taking you out on a night to the silver market. What is your attribute that you're rolling?
So I am also rolling 1, except I get an extra die because I'm using my contacts.
Mm-hmm.
So let me roll them dice. That is 2 1s!
Uh-oh.
Looks like someone's having a long night.
Oh shit! Oh, this
Debonair, step up your game, bud.
Yeah.
Damn, Debonair.
Damn.
Yeah.
Pipe
That's
game week tonight.
pipe game week tonight. It's no good.
I would
You can
like
get your
to
one
have
stress.
a conversation with him when he first shows up.
Okay.
So I don't know when to do that. But
Then would you like to set the scene? I want you guys to start taking some narrative control during this downtime. So if you want to just set scenes and we can kind of go step into them.
yeah, let me just go into my mind palace and make a word picture, which is not my job. So I think that Dove is sort of just waiting. She's doing that thing where you've asked someone to come over and they're a little bit late, but you have to pretend like you're doing something like you don't care, and not that you're just staring at the window where is he? And then he, I think, finally sort of comes up on the river on his little boat, and she is there to wait for him in her nice clothes.
Yeah, you see Debonair, he is... We haven't talked too much about, his clothing on a daily basis, but I think he always dresses up as nice as he can.
Yeah.
He has this vest on and, this dress shirt, and the dress shirt's a little too small for him, and the vest has, a hole or two in it. It's, patched here and there. From afar, he kind of looks fancy, but when you get up close, it's it's a ratty guy. But he kind of floats his gondola, or dinghy more so, close to the back of your home.
I wanted to apologize for getting you messed up in that thing with the crows. I asked you to risk your skin for some intel that I didn't even use. So I'm sorry for that.
Here I was going to apologize for being late, but yeah, I'll recover. Wasn't too bad on me. And he pushes off and starts rowing again. I think that this kind of air permeates throughout this date, I guess?
Yeah.
I don't know what you call these. Are these dates?
They're rendezvous.
They're rendezvous,
I would
sorry.
describe them as rendezvous.
Dove doesn't date, she rendezvous. This air of... Do you feel guilty?
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, I think that is what it is, and that's what kind of distracts her. Is this, I assumed that he would be kind of willing to do stuff for me, and I asked and he did it, and it didn't even matter. And I don't think she likes that.
Yeah, so you are just kind of stressed this whole time, and that stress really just doesn't help with indulging your vice at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go back to Storm really quick. What are you doing for your other downtime activity?
I think I want to train prowess again.
All right.
Wait, question. Isn't there a
Yes.
downtime activity where we can reduce heat?
I was going to ask the same thing.
Yes, there is.
Okay. I just wanted to remind everyone that that's an option. I will not be doing it because my sex was ass, but I would like to present it as an option for the rest of the group.
Yeah, it will not affect your current entanglement that I just rolled, but it is something that you can choose to do.
Oh, right, that.
It would be nice. It would be nice.
What's our current? See, but then I have to roll something that, reduces heat, and
Yeah.
I have to think about that. And that's, hard. That's
We
making
can
me
reduce
think,
it
and that's
next
really
time. It'll be fine.
It is not going to be fine! One of you needs to roll this!
How much heat
Ow.
are we at?
rude. A lot.
A lot!
6.
Out
You're at
of
6 out
Out
of
of
9.
9.
Ooh, so much reduced heat.
I reduced heat
Yeah.
last time. I'll look at it.
If you incur 3 more heat, you're going to go up in a wanted level,
Which is
which
not-
isn't the end of the world.
But it's
there
not-
are...
Are there ways to go down from wanted
Yeah.
levels? I may have asked this last time. I don't remember.
Yes. To go down in wanted levels, you have to someone has to take the fall for you.
Okay,
Um,
right. That's someone goes to jail.
Yes, you have to send a friend, contact, or
Oh.
even a framed enemy to
Oh.
go to jail for you.
I think that we should be doing all that we can right now to kind of reduce that stuff. Except for me, because my sex was shit.
No, but I want to talk to Flint. I want to talk to my friend, my little guy.
Okay, we can talk to Flint. So what are you doing with Flint, though? What's your, like, activity?
I thought Storm was going.
No, you go.
Oh.
Okay.
You start talking, you go.
All right, fine. This is my curse to bear, I guess. Whispers only have a set number of spirit vials at the start, and I currently have 2 busybodies living in my little boxes that I keep in my coat. And in case we encounter a third, which is likely given that we do murder for a living, I would like to empty my stash.
Okay, awesome. I don't think this is an activity, I guess, unless you're trying to get something out of this.
No, I just want to get rid of it, and I want to talk to my guy. Is that not? If that's not an activity, then I'd love to reduce heat.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. If you want, we can try and, like, turn this into reducing heat.
Yeah.
Maybe you have an arrangement with Flint that you kind of keep this guy topped off with spirit bottles, and in exchange, Flint kind of does some good PR for you in 6 towers.
That would be very nice. I like that arrangement a lot.
Cool. But then you'll have to roll something to reduce heat.
That's fine.
Yeah, whatever roll you think is best for that.
I want to say a tune because ghost things, but also I don't know.
It sounds like you are ostensibly talking to. It can be a tune, I guess, in the way that you are kind of. This is an arrangement based around your whisper-based skills, and that isn't a tune-based thing. I don't know why I'm doing all the explaining away for you, but...
Yeah, I don't either. I was about to say, it sounds like you're breaking your back bending over that far. Okay. I think in regards to a tune, I think Orlin kind of is in Flint's pocket a little bit, and that's where the attune lies. It's kind of a, exchange of goods and services type beat. Less of like, hey, will you do me a favor? And more of like, here's some funky ghosts if you'll give, say a few good words about me here and there.
Yeah. Okay, then this is what I want to do for this, then. You show up to Flint. Where does Flint live? Is there an abode, or like is there a storefront that Flint does things at?
Flint, he presides in 6 towers, and he lives in an old, semi-crumbling manor estate type thing. He is a disgraced ex-scholar. I imagine him as old money that was fun, that ran out, dried up, and now he's kind of leeching off of whatever he can get.
Orlin, you approach the crumbling estate. That is the home of Flint. You knock at the door, and you hear off-key footsteps, and then the door creaks open. You see Flint, who is a slate fellow, I would say. He is dressed nicely, like a scholar would be dressed, but like most things in 6 towers, it's kind of atrophied. You can see patches here and there, and then like holes, and you know that for some reason Flint has like no physical malady, but like has a cane. And then you hear him go, "Ah, Orlin, to what can I owe the pleasure?"
The usual exchange. And Orlin holds up 2 spirit bottles in hand.
Great, come in. And he kind of like opens the door, and I don't think he hobbles with the cane, but he kind of leans on it as he leads you into the house. Actually, Orlin, I have a small predicament that I thought you could help me with.
Oh, and what might that be?
Flint kind of leads you towards a back room of this estate and stops you in front of a door. You recognize this as the entryway to Flint's workshop, and he turns to you and goes, I recently had a predicament, maybe a mishap with my experimentation, and I thought you could help me. I freed a ghost.
Okay.
There's a ghost in my laboratory, and due to my, let's say, predisposition, I am largely immune to spirits, but it's been making itself known quite aggressively to my experiments, so if you could just kind of do your thing, that would be helpful.
Yeah, no, I get it. When one slips, you know, there's a reason I give them to you before I try and use the bottles again.
Yes, and if you do a good job, I'll put in some extra good words for you.
Oh, for me?
For you, anything. And Flint opens the door, and you see just, like, this raging spirit, like, all crackling light, just, sparking off of things, and Flint just walks right in past you as a glass explodes and shards fly across the room. Flint kind of, like, leans back, but is largely unperturbed.
Yeah, well, Orlin does a little whistle. Yeah, no, you weren't kidding. And take a step inside, closing the door behind him. You got any bottles or traps you can set this thing in? As he's...
Flint tosses you a spirit bottle.
Orlin catches it. Thanks. And he sets it on the ground, he takes out the lightning hook. He's like, hey, here, ghosty. And trying to get the ghost to, you know, come towards him. He's seen this a million times. He doesn't care. Get your ass over here. Like,
yeah. This is a part of your reduced heat roll. I'm going to say that you can roll a tune here, and depending on how well this exorcism goes, we'll see how much heat you reduce. You're not going to fail this. This is like an easy thing for you to do, Orlin.
Alrighty.
Well, let's see how much heat you reduce.
That's 2d6. Take the higher.
Yep.
That's a 4 and a 2.
Yep. For 4 to 5, you reduce 2 heat. So
nice.
Everyone go ahead and reduce 2 heat on your crew sheet.
Nice.
Now that still implies a net gain of 1 heat per score, which is unfortunate.
Hey, better than 3 heat.
That is true.
So you recapture this spirit, and Flint takes the spirit bottle that he just tossed you and the 2 other spirit bottles you had given him and puts them on a table and hands you 2 fresh spirit bottles.
Thank you, my friend. Now, I always regret asking this, and it never stopped me. What are you using these ones for?
My experiments. I've been working on something interesting regarding energy. I don't want to say too much.
Oh, don't ruin the surprise.
Let's just leave it at that.
Well, I look forward to seeing its first official use.
Flint kind of shakes your hand and lays his cane down and sits down and gets back to work. Do close the door on the way out.
Oh, what? Let in a ghost?
Next. Hi, welcome to the Fool's Chronicle Incorporated. I'm your secretary, Sean Tumboken Flowers. Do you have an appointment? No? Well, go ahead and fill out this paperwork while I go over some messages with you. Firstly, while I have you here, during this downtime we do a lot of technical table talk over experience and leveling. Instead of having that break up our pacing, I've moved that to the very end of the episode, after the ending theme.
So if you find that kind of thing boring, feel free to skip, but if you're into that, it's right there. Additionally, you're going to want to check out our Patreon. At the $10 tier, we have our talkbacks where you can hear all sorts of Fool's Chronicle behind the scenes. I'd also suggest you check out our Twitter and Instagram at Fool's Chronicle, where you can see all sorts of posting and interact with us, your favorite podcast. Thank you so much for listening to From Ashes Episode 7. Our next episode releases in just 2 weeks on May 10th, so I'll see you then. What is Storm doing to...
I am gonna train my prowess. So...
Awesome.
I spend some of my downtime back at Six Towers in... I think I've basically just, like, claimed a room in Dove's home, in Dove's actual home.
My real house?
Not as, like, a room to sleep in, just as, like, a room where I can, like, put up a punching bag and various other things that I just hit with weapons and attack things and, like, do yoga. You gotta be limber. Gotta be ready for anything, guys.
No, the yoga I respect. I respect the yoga. No, it's huge. That's huge.
You do some ballet sometimes just to, like, keep your balance up.
Yeah, I'm looking at getting a weight rack.
You have so many racks in my home. You have requested
mine.
so many racks.
No, wait, that's true. You can't just bring back, like, here are my many weapons. Hello, mother.
I love you.
Mine. Would you rather I have the weapons or not?
Yeah, okay, so, congratulations. What are you gonna put your newfound,
So, now that I've reached 6 experience in prowess, I'm gonna put a little dot in prowl, I think.
Nice.
Which brings me up to 2 on that skill.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, I prowl a lot, apparently, so...
I can see why you'd want to do that. Absolutely. Alright. What is Dove doing for your second?
I'm going to indulge in my vice.
Alright, what does that look like?
I think kind of the way that it happens is, so that night happens, and Dove is just, like, stressed the fuck out the whole time, and, like, she's just somewhere else, and it's not particularly effective in taking away her stress. And I think, like, I don't know when Debonair usually leaves.
I think you have a full night out, and then you come back really late, and Debonair kind of rides you to the to your home, and then I guess rides you and then, like, after that he kind of, you know, gets up and makes a tasteful exit.
Yeah, so I think that kind of as he moves to sort of leave, as he's, you know, putting his pants back on, getting ready to do his little walk of shame across 6 towers.
Boat of shame.
More of a kind of, a row of shame.
Across 6 towers. I think I just sort of, like, I reach for him and I go, stay.
And he looks back at you and he, like, raises his eyebrows. You've never done this before.
I don't know, if you have somewhere to be, don't let me stop you, but stay.
No, I can cancel my plans.
Oh, the plans you had?
Yeah, I had tons of plans.
Mm-hmm. Lots
and,
of very important. You had lords and ladies to interact with. And if he looks like he's gonna start, like, complaining, I just kiss him.
Yeah. And he pushes you back onto the bed.
Hell
Go ahead and roll.
yeah. Rolling them 2 die back, baby.
Yeah.
Can we give Olivia advantage?
No.
I already have advantage.
That's not a thing in this game.
Advantage for kissing the DM in real life.
Yeah.
That's a 6, which
That better
actually
be
is
a fucking
bad.
6.
But it's a 6.
Oh, yeah, that makes total sense. That makes
That
total
actually,
sense.
yeah.
So for a 6, you overindulge.
Mm-hmm.
Because you went over the amount of stress you had to clear.
Yes.
So
Uh-oh.
you're going to do one of 4 things. You're either going to attract trouble, brag about your exploits, which means attract trouble means you're going to select or roll an additional entanglement. You can select it if you'd like to. Brag about your exploits. You're going to gain +2 heat. You are lost. You vanish for a few weeks. Play a different character until this one returns. And when they return, they heal any harm they've had. Or you are tapped. Your current purveyor cuts you off.
I think what makes the most sense is the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I think that one makes, like, bragging to Debonair would not increase our heat. And also it would undo what Ren just did for us. So the first one makes the most sense, I think.
Okay. I can roll an additional entanglement for you then.
What does it mean by
That's what you're
select?
I mean, you can, I guess then, we would select one that is in the 6+ heat, I guess. If you'd like to select one.
Hang on, let me pull that shit up. So, well, it's
I can also
not
just
6
roll it.
plus anymore. At the time that I did this, our heat was 4.
Okay, fair.
I would say gang trouble or questioning, probably, just in the sense that, like, Debonair fucked with the crows, and now he's fucking with me. And that's sort of probably something.
Yes.
So anyway,
Then...
Debonair and I have a wonderful night of passion. Oh, I guess a wonderful early morning of passion? Depending on what the timing was of that.
Much better than the last time.
Much better than last time.
Yeah, okay. Here is what happens. As Debonair goes to leave, the next day, Dove, like, you're watching from your lair, and this is important to note for this, I guess, which is that your HQ lair is hidden, so no one would know that this is your gang hideout. So for things that happen related to your gang outside of it is, like, doesn't really matter. It's like, just because, you know, it's your zone. But you see Debonair get grabbed by 2 bluecoats, and they are questioning him. So what happens here is you can either... I'm going to roll to see how much Debonair talks, or you can pay them off with 2 coin.
2 coin. Fuck. That's so many coin. But I love my boy. That's so many coin, but I love my boy.
I will say that all that happens here is you're going to incur heat. If this goes poorly.
I'll lend you my coin.
Will you?
Yeah, because
God.
Yeah.
I love you.
I mean, Ren, aren't you already pouring coin?
I have 1 coin, but like,
I also have 1 coin. Hey, Dylan, you're the
you a coin. I have 2.
Fuck yeah! I'm giving gifts. Yeah. So I think that I sort of, I don't know, run out in my little nightgown, run out, and I go, "What is this?"
Debonair kind of, like, stands up a little taller. He's still in the same, like, vest and like, tattered shirt from yesterday.
Maybe it looks a little bit more disheveled than it did the last time you put it on.
He's got, like, a comical lipstick stain on his, like, lapel, or, like, his collar. And he goes, "Oh, we're just having a conversation. I've been insisting that they've got the wrong guy." And the bluecoats go, "We just heard that there was some trouble in the Crow's Foot, and you're pointed to you."
"Well, sir, surely you must have the wrong man. We've been here all night." And I hand him those coins. "And ideally, We are here all day.
And the blue takes those coins and looks at both of you and goes, I'm so sorry. I must have had the wrong person after all. And turns around and walks away.
I seem to be the common factor in all of your travels. I'm sorry.
He puts his hand on your waist and goes, I think it's worth it.
Goodbye, Debonair.
There's no way this could go poorly.
There's no way this could go poorly!
He'll never be put in danger as a narrative tool.
Never, ever!
A few days later, you all find yourselves sitting again across from Lady Drake. You, Dove, received a letter this morning, and this afternoon you are now again in front of Lady Drake. And she is pacing around the room and looks at you, stops, turns to you, and goes, Hello, the Ashes. Now, you all operate in 6 towers, and I have been known to find my place in 6 towers from time to time, and have you noticed anything particularly different around?
Not that I can think of, no.
Not particularly, no. Storm?
Not in my eyes.
This is the part where I'm going to reveal that in the background, I have been... Each faction has a clock. I further those clocks as the game goes on during these downtime segments. The Grey Cloaks, by now, are halfway in them being the ward boss of 6 towers, basically. Similar to the way that the Crows are the ward boss of the Crow's Foot.
Will that make our base unhidden or cause problems? I mean, I assume it'll cause problems for us in the foreseeable future, but...
It will cause problems for you. Here's the this is the current problem that they're going to cause against you, which is Lady Drake turns to you and goes, Remember your run-in with the Grey Cloaks? I've heard of it.
Yes.
Vividly.
It seems that your little stunt has made them double down in 6 towers, and they've been working to take over the district. My assets can't function in these conditions. They have been knocking in doors and creating a lot of trouble. So, you are going to deal with them, or you're not getting help from me. This is Show of Force. A faction with whom you have a negative status with makes a play against your holdings. You're going to give them one claim, or go to war. Let's talk crew advancement. Or just advancement in general. Let's start with our crew. So first thing you get XP for is your crew specific trigger, which is you guys doing one of your chosen operations. You guys,
Which we did.
We did do that.
I have trouble giving you this
We did a
one.
disappearance!
It is a disappearance.
We did a disappearance!
I don't think it is the traditional way
That
assassins
doesn't
would
matter.
disappear
We still
somebody.
This is a disappearance.
we vanished the man. He's gone.
We vanished the man!
okay. Let me give you my counterpoint, okay? The description for disappearance is the target disappears without a trace.
Did he?
I think there is definitely a trace, which is publicly this guy has moved to a different town, and this guy actually did move to a different city. And there's definitely a paper trail behind that, and, like, you know, those guards still exist.
Fine.
And
One
also
of those
you
guards
killed one of
still
those
exists.
guards.
One of those
Yeah.
guards still
One of those
exists.
guards.
2 of the guards. There's just 3.
Oh, there were 3.
There were 3?
There
we
were
only
3.
saw 2.
You only see 2. But yeah, I don't think you did one of your assassins.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll take that.
However, you did contend with challenges above your current station.
I would say we did that
That is
several
definitely-
times.
Yeah, tangling with higher tiers, absolutely. So mark 2 for that.
Awesome.
Great.
Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Go ahead and mark 1 for that. Express goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I would say a lot.
I would say a lot.
I would say several times.
So that
All right,
means
so go ahead and mark 2
that-
for that.
So
We have
by
leveled
marking
up.
2, we have filled that bar +1.
Cool. Let's resolve that really quickly. What are you guys thinking about for your crew upgrade?
Okay.
Just a quick rundown on crew upgrades as far as that goes. Now that you guys have filled your experience bar, here's how that works. When you fill your crew advancement tracker, clear the marks and take a special ability or mark 2 upgrade boxes.
So
I have
here's
a question.
Yes.
So under the quality section, it says you get +1 quality for whatever. What does that
Yes.
do for our things?
I was also looking at
Oh.
that.
Great minds.
Yes. Each upgrade improves the quality rating of all PC's items of that type beyond the quality established by the crew's tier, and fine items.
So what is quality?
Oh, cool. So here's how that works. Let's say that you have a Storm. You have a fine weapon,
Mhm.
right? But you guys all have access to weapons. How that works is it ups the effective tier of that item.
Mhm.
So, Storm, you have a fine hand weapon. That would count as, right now, tier 2, because you're tier 0. But for everyone else, like Dove, you have a sword cane,
Mhm.
that would count as tier 1 instead of tier 0.
So it basically just ups it a tier more. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I like that a lot, but the thing that makes the most sense is Patron, probably.
Patron is fun. Predators is also super fun because we
I like Predators a
do
lot.
that a lot. We do that a lot.
I would be interested in veteran if it weren't for the fact that I have to read through every other option
Yeah.
of every
Mhm.
other.
The problem is that
crew
we don't know
book.
how to read and we're very stupid.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I think that as much as having upgraded weapons would be cool, I can't really think of any other upgrades that are, like, as interesting as Patron and or Predators would be. I'm more interested in Predators, just because we're already getting coin from Drake.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I will
eh.
say, like, thinking about crew upgrades and stuff, I'm also interested in training, because, like, I love being better at things. So
Yeah,
if we do
but
get
I don't
better at
care as
training-
much about being better at things when
I
we
would
can
love.
have better engagements.
So it says 2 upgrades. Could we do one from training and one from quality?
Yes.
I would love to upgrade personal training and weapon quality, but
What is personal training?
you can
Your
mark XP
playbook.
on your personal playbook.
Oh!
Yeah, so we can start taking extra abilities for ourselves.
Okay, yeah, I'm actually okay with that.
Cool. I should also mention that Mastery is also on that training section, and that means that you guys can't actually get action rating 4 on anything until you unlock that Mastery thing with 4 crew upgrades. Just letting you know.
Okay. We're only at, like, 2 on things, so...
Yeah, not that it's a problem right
Not
now,
a
but like
problem.
once that becomes a problem, you're gonna want to dump some stuff into that if you have nothing else to put it into.
Yeah.
So, we're thinking personal and personal training and weapons quality?
Yes.
Awesome.
We leveled up!
That weapons quality would probably be helpful for
Me.
the upcoming war that you guys are in.
Right, war!
And because you keep trifling with higher tiers.
We do keep
Oh.
trifling.
Although
We're
eventually,
ambitious!
if we do get Patron, we can start upping our tiers. So not only can we start taking down like tier 3s, tier 4s even.
Blah, 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 blah.
Whatever,
we
Well,
can-
we have to
whatever.
earn an upped tier regardless. Like, we can't just pay
Yeah.
for it whenever, I think.
No?
That's what reputation
yeah, I think
does.
Yeah, rep is the thing, and then the money is the other thing. You need, like, both to do
Okay.
it. You guys are tough on pockets.
How much does it cost to up
Alright.
tier? Just while we're here.
Let's, I believe it's like a calculation that is
Okay.
not
important
very
right now.
interesting.
Nope.
I will tell you that off mic. Remind me to do that. Let's talk about each and every one of your things. Orlin,
That's me.
did you do your playbook specific trigger this last score?
I most certainly
And
did.
downtime.
That is addressing a challenge with knowledge or arcane power. I did that several times.
Yep. I would say a bunch, so go ahead and mark 2. Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
We haven't done a lot with Orland's heritage beliefs or background so far, so no.
Okay. Struggle with your issues from your vice or traumas.
Nah, Orland's a healthy drinker.
This time.
Yes.
This
Shockingly.
time.
This time. Awesome. And are you getting anything from that, or
No, I'm still 3 away.
Lovely. Dove.
Yes.
Your playbook specific trigger. Address challenges with.
Deception or influence. I would say that I did that a couple times.
Yep. So mark 2. Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
I would say I did that at least once. I feel like I
Okay.
probably did it a couple times, but
Mark 1. Struggle with issues from your vice or
I
traumas.
would say multiple times.
Yeah. Vice, you think? Multiple times?
Vice multiple times.
Well, the sex was
Okay,
bad,
Mark
and then
two.
it was too good.
The
so,
sex
like,
was bad, and then it was
bad, and then it
too
was too good.
good.
Yeah, mark 2. Mark 2.
I have leveled up.
In what thing?
In what way?
In playbook.
Oh, playbook. I thought you could only put those into playbook.
No, those can go
What
anywhere.
the
They
fuck?
can?
Yes.
We
None of
have
us
learned
knew
a
that.
new rule about the
None
game.
of us knew that.
Actually, none of us knew that. Well, hang on.
Whoops, those can go in any XP track you
Well,
like to.
let me see if I can. If there's anything that I actually want of this.
You could always take veteran.
I could always do better.
Come over to the weird playbook. It's fun over here.
No.
Hang on. Do storms while I'm thinking about this. Because now
Cool.
I have to figure out if I need to fucking redo my fucking.
For Storm,
That's me.
let's talk about you. Your playbook specific trigger, address a challenge with.
Violence or coercion. Absolutely,
Yeah.
I did that multiple
I would
times.
say you did that a bunch. Yeah, you
Multiple
did
times.
stab and kill many things. A bird.
A person.
A person. Yeah, go and mark 2 for that. Express your drives, belief, heritage, or background.
I would say that I did that. I would say several times when we were planning out stuff.
Yeah, we did talk to your family and everything. So,
my family.
Absolutely. Oh, your family. Yeah, mark 2 for that. Struggle with issues from your vice or trauma.
I did not do that. I am healthy as a horse.
All right, we'll skip that. And did you get anything else out of that?
Nope. 2 away.
Cool.
I have decided that I am going to get a special ability, and I've decided that that special ability is Cloak and Dagger.
Ooh.
Yes.
When you use a disguise or other form of covert misdirection, you get +1 die to rolls to confuse or deflect suspicion. When you throw off your disguise, the resulting surprise gives you the initiative in the situation.
Awesome.
I think that will be immensely
interested.
helpful to me. Real woman, Ivanka Dove.
Are you going to, like, is this going to be adding, are you going to start a new chapter of Dove's life where she is not Ivanka Dove all the time? Or is this more going to be...
Covert misdirection is
I see.
interesting. And something I
Okay,
think
we're going to play around with that. Awesome. Well, that is everyone's things.